Chelsea 5, Shamrock Rovers 1, and another dominant professional performance from Chelsea. 6 out of 6 wins in the Europa Conference League, 26 goals scored, only 5 conceded, and Chelsea's youngsters, B team, are just churning out performances. And yet it was another dominant display from Chelsea Football Club despite all the changes were made. So we're going to be looking at the good points, the bad points, and the ugly points. So if you are new here, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 3,000 followers before the turn of the year, so your subscription is greatly appreciated. It's all positive surrounding Chelsea Football Club at the moment. First half hat-trick from Mark Guéhiou, Shrewsbury Hall got in on the action, and Mark Cucurella shown that he can play up front as well. Is there anything this man can't do? But these past few weeks, Chelsea fans have been in dreamland. It's unbeaten in 11 games, 8 straight wins. In that time, they've scored 35 goals. The top of the Europa Conference League, 6 wins out of 6. And the second in the Premier League, only 2 points behind Liverpool. Enzo Maresca, his attention to detail is superb. So I've made a few bullet points from last night that I want to talk about. And the first one is Mark Guéhiou, the first half hat-trick, and his relentlessness is absolutely insane. His athleticism, his anticipation, his off-ball movement, his aggressive pressing was all on show last night. And sometimes in football, you earn your own luck off working hard, anticipating. That's exactly what Mark Guéhiou did last night. And I always think with young footballers, when they're stepping into the first team, the application might not be quite there. They might still be quite raw. But if you show the right attitude, you can go a long way in football. But even for that first and second goal, he put them all together. He showed good reading of the game, good anticipation, good work rate off the ball, and he actually had the quality and the finesse to finish them. And you've got to think, this guy is just 18 years old. Yes, you might say it's only Shamrock Rovers, it's only the UEFA Conference League, but Shamrock Rovers were unbeaten in this competition coming into this game. And despite his age, only 18 years old, remember, I can't remember the last time a centre-forward pressed as much and as aggressively as Mark Guéhiou did last night. Forget about last night. He's been doing it every time he's had the opportunity in the Europa Conference League. He scored 6 goals in his 4 starts. When it comes to work rate, anticipation, gambling on second balls, but then having the quality to put away those chances, Mark Guéhiou has absolutely everything. He makes nothing moments into moments just because he's gambling. He's being alert. He's being aware. He's aware of his surroundings. He's anticipating at the right times. And that's when you get your chances as a striker. But despite his goals, I thought his overall performance was very good today. He was linking up the play well. He was strong and aggressive in possession. I just thought overall it was an excellent performance from an 18-year-old. So full credit to Mark Guéhiou for taking these goals. And in fact, if I remember rightly, it was a perfect hat-trick. 1 right foot, 1 left foot, 1 header. You cannot ask for much more. But look, another 5-1 victory. 5 goals scored. Again, Chelsea look unstoppable. And meticulous Maresca is getting it right. He's getting the balance right. He's bringing through enough young academy players, but sprinkling enough balanced and experienced players on top that it's working. It's allowing the academy players to feel comfortable. Look, it's difficult enough to bring one academy player through and have them shining on all fronts. But when you're bringing in 3 or 4 at the same time, exceptional management from Enzo Maresca, because everybody on that football pitch today looked like they knew their roles, responsibilities, and were taking accountability. And I think his management style has brought that confidence in them. When you think of a Chempong, I think his decision-making on that football pitch is so mature for his age. It belies his age. I think he's excellent defender, one-on-ones. When he's isolating in one-on-ones against a tricky winger, I feel comfortable, knowing that he's got the right techniques, the right angles, the right distance, and he's getting everything spot on. I just think Joshua Chempong is an absolute gem. And Tyreek George got another start today. And with what's happening with Mudryk, unfortunately, he's went up one in that depth chart. He's moved up a rank, so it looks like this is his opportunity to make that starting position in the Europa Conference League his own. But getting back to Enzo Maresca, I just love how attention to detail that he puts into these performances. He spoke about watching 5 of Shamrock Rovers' previous games. He didn't need to do that. He knew And I think everybody knew that Chelsea were going to win this game tonight. Enzo Maresca wanted to make sure we won that game tonight. Not only win it, but win it convincingly. What Enzo Maresca learned is that Shamrock Rovers want to play out from the back, but they're not the best quality team. So if you pressure them and be aggressive on the front foot, like Mark Gahey did, you will get your chances. And that's exactly what we're seeing. So the attention to detail from Enzo Maresca has been absolutely spot on, not only in the Europa Conference League, but in the Premier League too, and it's making Chelsea look unstoppable because we can change a complete 11. If you go back to the previous game in the Premier League to this game, only one player started that previous Premier League game, and that was Marc Cucurella. And the only reason he did start was because he's suspended for the next game. No matter what profile or personnel he's picking out, everybody's putting a shift for him, sticking to the roles and responsibilities. Sticking with roles and responsibilities. What I love about Enzo Maresca, he hasn't changed everybody into a system player. For example, the likes of Marc Cucurella, the fullbacks have got to invert. Yes, they can somehow be turned into a system player. But I want to speak about Noni Madueke and Tyreek George, and in fact, our wingers. Enzo Maresca is allowing them to express themselves. Think of Noni Madueke's best qualities. It's being direct, trying to beat your man. And I think Enzo Maresca doesn't want to take that away from him. And I'll give you an example. Jack Grealish at Manchester City. What he was best at is gliding past players. And it looks like that's been completely ripped out of him by Pep Guardiola, and it's making him have less impact on a game. And now I'm loving the fact that Enzo Maresca has not taken that away from Noni Madueke. Yes, it can be frustrating because you're not always going to beat your man. The more times he tries and tries and tries, that's what I want from a winger. So I just want to give Enzo Maresca his flowers because not only is he implementing his system, he's still allowing players to express themselves, and that's the hallmarks of a dangerous but a very good team. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, I'm seeing a little bit of this in Tyreek George, allowing him to be himself. Tyreek George wants to beat his opponent, and that's exactly what Enzo Maresca is giving him the license and the confidence to do. For example, if Tyreek George was at Manchester City, I don't think Pep Guardiola would turn him into that. I think he would try and get him to move the ball as much as he can. But no, let's be aggressive, let's be direct, let's beat our man, let's create from that. Let's cause havoc to the opposition. Then the academy boys are shining again. I've already spoke about Joshua Chempong. I just think his maturity, decision-making, professionalism, his technical quality, his intelligence in the game is absolutely all there. And you can clearly see the signs that he's going to have a wonderful, successful career. And speaking about wonderful and successful careers, you know what my favourite thing about Cobham Academy is? If they're not good enough for Chelsea first team, Chelsea don't step in their way. They allow them to have the platform to go and have a good career elsewhere. What Cobham Academy is doing for football in general is special. Other academies need to be doing this. Cobham Academy is a special academy because not only do they teach these players on how to get better at football, they're also turning them into mature men as well. So I just think it's a special breathing ground for young footballers. And we're starting to see the fruits of that in Chelsea first team. We had Joshua Chempong starting today, Tyreek George starting today. You had Raksaki on the bench, who I'm going to come to very shortly. And then you had Murray Campbell come on for his debut. And you had Harvey Vale come on as well. And this is why I say the Europa Conference League is a blessing in disguise, because it's making these young players hungry for senior football, and we could benefit from this next year especially. But I want to touch upon Raksaki. I'm not sure why Cassidy started ahead of him. I think Raksaki done enough against Astana to keep his starting place. And I think when I compare the two, I think Raksaki can do everything Cassidy can do, but a little bit better, with a bit more quality, with a bit more finesse, with a bit more poise and composure. And that's what you need from a central midfielder. I thought Drewsbury Hall had a great game today, but I would like to have seen Raksaki keep his place because I think he deserved it for that performance out in Astana. But Chelsea are scoring goals for fun right now. They put 8 past Noah, 2 past Leicester, 3 past Aston Villa, 5 past Southampton, 4 past Tottenham, 3 against Astana, 2 against Brentford, 5 against Shamrock Rovers. That is absolutely insane. The fluidity, the intensity of our attacks opposition just can't deal with it. And I think that's a balance of two things. I think Enzo Maresca have to identify a game plan on how to break down the opposition, but also the players for their application, because it might not be starting every week. But when they get that opportunity, they want to prove everyone wrong. And that's the beauty about Chelsea Football Club right now. 35 goals scored in the last 11 games. That's averaging 3 goals a game. Yes, you might say we played against Noah, Heidenheim, Stana, Shamrock, Rovers. But there's also very difficult Premier League fixtures in there as well. 8 wins on the trot. Chelsea are obliterating teams, and teams are frightened about Chelsea right now. And you might look at the Europa Conference League and just bat it off because it looks too easy for Chelsea on paper. But all you can do is win and beat what's put in front of you. And Chelsea are doing it with utter domination. Like, it's blown my mind just how quick Chelsea have become one of the most dominant teams. I'm actually enjoying the Europa Conference League, and I'll tell you a few reasons why. Because winning breeds confidence, and winning becomes a habit. So when you gather that momentum, you can take that into the Premier League. Scoring goals brings confidence. And again, it brings that habit of scoring. You can bring that into the Premier League. But not only that, we're getting to see these academy players at senior football, getting to see what they're made of. Go on, strut your stuff. Show us what you're made of. Show us what you can do. Yes, they're going to make mistakes, but it's all about that learning curve. And it's just beautiful. Everything surrounding Chelsea Football Club right now is positive. And if I had to think of one negative, it would be the amount of goals we're conceded. It seems like we're conceded at least 1 goal per game. Cut that out. And this Chelsea team are a real problem. But look, what this is doing is building a winning culture, building that environment that we are here to stand on business. Over the past 2 years, Chelsea Football Club got used to mediocrity, winning 1 game and then losing the next, maybe going on a 2-game win streak and then going on a 2-game losing streak. That was Chelsea over the past 2 years, but we're not seeing that at the moment. We're seeing the benefits of winning and scoring. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The Europa Conference League this season is a blessing in disguise, because that's going to propel us to where we want to be quicker, more efficiently and better. But look, I certainly don't want to be in it next season. So the UEFA Champions League is surely our aim. But I want to know from you guys, who impressed you last night? What did you make of that Mark Ayew's performance? Do you think he should get more of an opportunity in the Premier League? Let us know in the comments below. Look, I'm going to end this video now, but on your way out, don't forget to hit that like button. We scored 5 goals. We're unbeaten in 8. There's no reason why you shouldn't be hitting that like button. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button on your way out as well. It's greatly appreciated. And until next time, ciao for now.